Yeah, let's go. Yo, welcome to Sam Show, where the goal of this show is to educate and provide value while we can. So today I'm going to be talking about like 4 to 5 common mistakes teenagers make, and my advice to people who are planning to get a tattoo soon and the ones who are planning to get a tattoo in the future. So let's get started. Yeah. So as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I've regretted doing this tattoo before. It's just GOE. I didn't really mean to do it.
My name is Sami Mbogo, and I'm committed to making a difference in this world by improving my life and others' lives. Welcome to Sam Show.
The one most common mistake that people make is choosing one that's popular. You guys remember this time? Do you remember the time whereby everyone was doing the fence one, the one with like barbed wires? Ask the guys right now who have that thing how they feel about it. Because almost everyone, I promise you, and I think that time was like in Form 2, Form 1, almost everyone at that time was actually putting that barbed wire thing on their hand. Everyone you met, everyone has that barbed wire thingy. And to be honest, I don't think many of them are feeling proud about making that decision. And yeah, another common mistake is putting tattoos on your face. You guys remember the time Lil Wayne was a thing when everyone was putting this teardrop thingy? Ask also the guys who have the teardrop thingy. Most of them really regret it. So if you're starting off, just avoid the face. Another place to avoid is the neck. When you're starting off, maybe later on you can actually put it, because that's something you can consider after you've gotten okay with many of it. But avoid face, neck, and this arm part, this arms part. So you can also avoid this arms part. I think many guys also regret doing so much, so much Lil Wayne shit and Badman, those things, man. They church that guys so much. So that's also one mistake, because most of the guys are found with that thing, they're always trying to hide it. I don't know why. Or maybe they're written something but doesn't really mean shit. So avoid that. I think to family avoid, and I was almost caught in this another time in my life, man. I was almost caught with this thing of you in a relationship, and you guys decide, it's so cute, let's get a tattoo on this, yeah. So many guys have the thing, like, let's say if you're dating a girl called Hannah, you write over there Hannah. The other guy is called Mike, you write Mike there, and then you guys go. I've seen these days guys have become a bit not stupid, so guys are drawing king and queen there. But I see also that as a dumb thing, because later on, man, when you're a teenager, most of the teenage relationship don't last. Just to be honest. If you're a teenager right now and you're in a relationship, just know that most of them don't last. You'd be lied to, you guys lie to each other, you'll get married, but most of them don't. So avoid doing the whole king, queens thingy, because that thing will be with you for life and you'll actually regret it. Also ask the guys who've done such things, man, before. They'll all act easy, but to be honest, it's dumb. So right now, I'm going to advise two kinds of people. There is the kind of person who wants to get a tattoo like tomorrow, and there's another guy who is kind of patient, yeah. So I'm going to talk to you two guys differently. So the guys who want to get a tattoo like tomorrow, yeah. This is my advice to you. That was me. For me, I didn't want time to think. I didn't want time to actually decide. I just wanted to do it immediately. I wasn't the guy. I'm not really the guy for being patient so much. So I wasn't the guy who would say, I don't know, I'll wait for this long and decide. So me, it was a thing of tomorrow. So the best, if you're deciding on a thing for tomorrow, the first and biggest thing you need to do is research on it. Many of us guys, I also did this mistake. We go to the tattoo artist and then we tell this guy, we just look at the photos he has and then we decide from that. But my biggest advice is the previous night or the previous week before you do it, if you're in a hurry, just make sure you look at the meaning first thing, because many people have things that don't really have meaning. Don't draw some Chinese thing and you don't know the meaning of it. And another thing is what it actually tells about you. And another thing, ask yourself questions. I'd advise you to just ask yourself questions about what you want and what you're trying to say, or what you're trying to imply, because sometimes you just do some dumb things, man. So the best thing, if you're doing it the next week or the tomorrow or the next week, just please research. Please take your time to look at the internet, look at something that you actually really want, and then decide from there. And just ask yourself, is this something I really want? Another thing, ask yourself that in the next like I didn't really ask myself this question, but I think I should have asked myself. But ask yourself, in the next like 20, 30 years, would you be okay with this? Just get something that get something that you'd be okay with, not something that you just think like your older self. I think even coming to think of it, just think of in a way like what would my older self, what kind of tattoo would my older self get? I've killed it there, man. That's a smart thing, man. So what kind of tattoo would my older self get? And if your older self would get such a thing, then I advise you go with it. But if not, please relax kidogo. You can have pressure, go home that night and still figure some research. I think if you're deeply in a hurry still, ask your friend, just too much to your friend. After you've gotten the one you'd want, ask your friend, ask them the thoughts about it. Someone who you actually trust and someone who actually is not so negative about it and doesn't hate you. Just ask them what they think about it. Because if they look at it, they'd actually tell you what it actually implies. And if that's what you want, then go with it, man. Alright, so the second thing I want to advise is the guys who are patient. Those are the guys who are not me, So these guys who are patient, maybe you're just there, you're just like, oh man, I just need a tattoo, man. I just need a tattoo. But I'm not in a hurry. So I just want to talk to you guys, man. So the guys who are not in a hurry, do this. First thing, do research. Go to the internet. There's normally just search tattoos. Go to the images, till down. Just look at the one you'd actually want. And then when you pick, I'd advise you just pick 3 that you want. And then do this, print that thing out. If you're a long-term guy, print that thing out, put it in your room, put it on a wall, or put it as your screensaver on your phone. After you put it on your screensaver on your phone or your wall, just every day, you can just look at it most of the time. After 1 year or 6 months, decide whether this is something you still want to do. Yeah? You get what I mean? Ask yourself, is this something really I want to do? So you look at that tattoo, you look at that thing, you're just like, okay. If it's something you still want to do, this light has disappeared, man, and I'm looking like I'm from a grave. Yeah, so if it's something you still want to do, then go for it, But still the same thing still applies to the other one. Just ask people around it, ask yourself questions about the tattoo itself, and actually get something meaningful, Because if you have the time, it means that this thing actually means a lot to you. If you can stay for 1 year being patient about it, don't stay for 1 year just to draw shit, man. Draw something that will actually mean something, Because even me, I was a bit in a hurry though. Some of them really mean a lot to me. Like I can look at one here that I was going through some shit. Like it reminds me of a point that I was in that really I wouldn't want to go back there. Some guys have stories about their tattoos, some of them, some don't. But make it meaningful. Make it actually mean something to you. Because tattoos are something that will stay with you for life. Unless now you do these things of removal that look like shit. There's no need to go through all that. There's no need to reaching 24, 20. And it's when now you're starting to say, let me remove this thing, man. What the hell was this? What was I thinking? So I just want to save you some time on that, My whole thing is get something meaningful, Just don't get shit, man. Get something meaningful. Something you deeply desire. Because some guys get some stupid things, man. People get, some shorty in the back. Someone is getting a pig. Someone is getting, SpongeBob. Guys are getting funny cartoons. Guys are even getting memes these days. Memes. Literally memes. Memes don't even last memes don't even stay for a month or a week. Something that is shared so fast. Guys share it too much. The meme is dead. So please just avoid so many mistakes and take it from me. I just feel like so many young guys are not so too in a hurry about it. Is ask yourself questions. Why do you want to do it? What's happened in your life at that time? Whether it's just emotional thing or it's just something you really want. Because some guys, it's just emotions, man. You've been left by an ex, you'll be like, nigga, let me gratify my body, man. Now you take all you allow this girl who's left you, this kind of shit girl who has left you, and then you decide to ink your body. You decide to destroy your body because you're like, you know what? I'm going to do it, man. So many guys go through shit. Just don't make it so much of emotions. Try making this decision when you're not so emotional, like when you're in a point of your life where things are okay. Because if you make the decision when you're sad, people do some things, man. Guys pierce here, chora their face, chora their nini, all these things that you can see so much anger, and you can already see the anger and heart already in the tattoo itself. Yeah, so avoid doing it when you're at an angry state. Yeah, so for tattoos, just decide about it. Anyway, I hope you make the right decision if you're planning to get a tattoo. Just ask yourself questions, decide on it, and I wish you the best in it. And for sure, if you actually want to do it, take time to actually research and know, is this something that you actually really want? Yeah. So anyway, I've been your host, Sam Mbogo. I release videos just like this every week, and you don't want to miss it. Like and subscribe. Until next time, keep it Sammy smiling, man. Cheers, man. I hope I've brought you a lot of value this time. Yeah. If you actually plan to get a tattoo, let us know.